The phone rang at 2:17 a.m. on a Tuesday. My wife Sarah stirred beside me as I fumbled for the device, squinting at an unknown number. "Hello?" My voice came out gravelly. Silence. Then, a man's voice, unfamiliar, measured, "Your wife isn't who you think she is." The line went dead. If you're ready for a story that'll shatter everything you know about trust, hit that subscribe button. I stared at the black screen, heart pounding. Sarah breathed peacefully beside me, the same woman who'd kissed me goodnight hours before, but that voice carved itself into my memory with surgical precision. Sleep became impossible. I studied Sarah's face in the dim light, searching for clues I'd missed in our 3 years of marriage. Her phone sat charging on the nightstand, as always, face down. Face down. When had that started? Morning arrived with Sarah's usual routine. She emerged from the bathroom humming that song she'd been obsessed with lately, something by an artist I'd never heard of. "Sleep okay, babe?" Her green eyes met mine in the mirror. "Fine," I lied, watching her reflection. The mirror felt safer than looking directly at her. The morning crawled by with obsessive phone checking. No missed calls. Nothing but those 7 words bouncing around my skull. "Your wife isn't who you think she is." By lunch, I'd convinced myself it was a prank, but doubt had been planted, and doubt grows in marriage's dark corners. That evening, Sarah mentioned staying late for a client presentation. She gathered her laptop with practiced efficiency. "Don't wait up. This could take hours." The house felt enormous in her absence. I wandered like a ghost, searching for evidence of what exactly. In our bedroom, I reached for the jewelry box I'd given her last Christmas. The secret compartment I'd included as a romantic surprise was empty. It had never been empty before. 3 days later, I called the number back, straight to voicemail, just a mechanical beep that sounded like judgment. The doubt metastasized. Sarah's phone always tilted away during calls. Her sudden gym obsession. The way she slept on her side instead of curled against me. I became a detective in my own marriage. Her browser showed searches for restaurants I'd never been to, credit card charges at a lingerie boutique, purchases that never reached our bedroom. The damning discovery came Saturday morning while Sarah showered. Her phone buzzed with a text preview. "Last night was incredible. Can't stop thinking about sender, M." My hands shook, setting the phone back. The shower ran, Sarah's voice drifting through steam as she sang that unfamiliar song, now sounding like a funeral dirge for my trust. That night, I counted 17 notification buzzes between midnight and dawn. 17 messages while her husband lay sleepless 3 feet away. I hired a private investigator, a weathered woman named Janet whose office smelled like stale coffee and broken promises. "Most cases resolve in 2 weeks," she said, "though sometimes people prefer questions to answers." I signed anyway. The waiting stretched like eternity. Sarah continued her late nights and weekend emergencies. I studied our wedding photos, searching for hints of deception. Janet called Thursday evening. "We need to meet. You'll want to sit down." The manila folder contained photographs that would incinerate 3 years of my life. Sarah laughing in an unknown restaurant. Sarah's hand intertwined with strange fingers. Sarah kissing a tall, dark-haired man wearing a confident smile. "Marcus," Janet said. 8 months, twice weekly. Same pattern, dinner, then his Maple Street apartment. 8 months. The week I'd suggested trying for a baby. When Sarah became too busy for date nights, there's more. They're house hunting. Made an offer in Portland last month. Portland. 3,000 miles from Denver. From me. Sarah wasn't just cheating, she was planning her escape. Our marriage was temporary inconvenience. The stranger who called? Marcus's brother. He felt guilty, thought you deserved to know. I drove home in a daze, photographs tucked like radioactive evidence. Sarah's car sat in our driveway, warm kitchen light spilling out, domestic tranquility's perfect picture. Sarah cooked pasta wearing the anniversary apron I'd bought her. Kissed the cook in playful script. She turned with that bright smile I'd fallen for. "How was your day?" She chattered about work while I cataloged her deceptions, phone screens angled away, schedule vagueness, subtle intimacy distance. "Sarah, I said finally. Something in my tone made her pause. We need to talk. Photographs hit the table like grenades. Sarah's face cycled through surprise, denial, calculation, then relief. The mask dissolved, revealing the hidden stranger. How long have you known? A week. Though apparently I should have known 8 months ago. She sank into her chair, suddenly older. The apron seemed absurd, costume from a play we'd stopped believing. I never meant, don't insult us with cliches. Portland, remember? Her shoulders sagged. Marcus found a job there. I was going to tell you soon. By disappearing, letting me wonder what I'd done wrong. Tears gathered, feeling performative. I do love you, David, but his love felt bigger somehow. More alive. More alive. Our marriage as slow suffocation. The caller was Marcus's brother Tom, wasn't it? Sarah nodded miserably. He said it wasn't fair keeping you dark while we planned. At least someone had a moral compass. We talked until dawn, not marriage-saving conversation, but the brutal kind that ends them cleanly. Sarah mourned her fantasy of maintaining both lives. I felt oddly numb, watching our marriage die from distance. By morning, Sarah would leave by weekend. Portland could have her, Denver kept me in remaining dignity. I'm sorry, she said, packing belongings into boxes that once held wedding gifts. So am I. Sorry for wasted time, destroyed trust, the future that wouldn't exist. But not sorry to be free of living lies. 6 months later, I still live here, different now, smaller and larger simultaneously. Changed my number, learned sleeping through nights again. The investigator sent her bill with a note. Sometimes truth sets you free, even when it hurts. I framed it. Sarah and Marcus are happy in Portland. I know because Tom sent a Christmas card apologizing for causing pain. I thanked him for his courage. Here's what betrayal taught me. Deception always leaves traces. Always. Phone placed face down, unexplained absences, gut feelings about fundamental shifts. Trust that feeling. It might be the only honest thing left. The stranger was right. My wife wasn't who I thought. But more importantly, I discovered I wasn't who I thought either. Stronger than imagined, more resilient than believed, absolutely unwilling to accept counterfeit life when reality waited. Sometimes devastating calls are disguised gifts. This was one. If this hit you, smash that like and subscribe for more real stories about human relationships' messy disasters. Because sometimes truth really can set you free, even when it hurts like hell.